Yes. So now we're going to discuss about Python while loop. Okay. So what this while loop will allow us to do is, it will execute a set of a statement till the while loop return a false or while loop sees a false. That's what the while is all about. What is the normal English meaning of while? You keep doing while I return back. That means what? It will keep doing the process till I return back. That's what while statement. Okay, while statement is one of the simplest statement of your control statement. Okay, so you need to put the statement like while followed by the expression and followed by the set of statement that you want to execute. Okay, so let me show you a small example. Okay, so let me just declare a data. Okay, data is equal to 0. Okay, then my data is equal to networks academy. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put while statement. While data is lesser than length of my data. So what you're going to do, the while statement will keep executing till it reaches the length. Okay, till it reaches the length. Okay, so now look at that. What I'm going to do is that if my data of I means my data of I means first it will be I in the sense I'm going to put it as a data. My data of data, which is actually 0. So my data of 0 means letter N. This is kind of index representation. Data. Let me put it as simple for the better understanding. X. So my data of X, initially it is N. Okay. So equal to say E. That means I'm checking whether that particular index has a letter E, or just for the better understanding, right? Let me add this OR statement as a part of if statement. My data of X is equal to say A colon. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to increment the X with the letter of 1 so that every time it travels to each and every index. Initially X was initialized with a 0, then it will become 1, then it will become 2, so that the loop happens. If you don't increment this, that means if you don't execute the line that have at line number 9, the loop will keep running with the 0th index, which is actually wrong. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put continue statement. I'm going to put continuous statement. So after that, what does it mean? Whenever it sees the letter E or letter A, you're making sure that the loop continues. Nothing going to happen. Then what are you going to do? Let me put a space for the better viewing. So print off exact matched or exact letter is my data of I. That's it. And then here also you're gonna add this x plus is equal to 1. So basically what happened is that when it sees a, E and A, the loop will be kept running back. Apart from the letter E and letter A only, this print will get printed, and then also you're incrementing the counter. So let me run this. Again, it should be X. See, this is what happens, right? You always use I for your for statement. So it keeps becoming a practice for us. So let me run. Look at that. If you look at the output, you can see everything that comes up except for letter E and letter A. That's what the statement is. Okay. So now what I did was, when I was about to tell you about the while statement, indirectly I told you about the continue statement. Indirectly I told you about the OR logic that has at line number 7, and also how the statement get incremented. This is what we do call it as a while loop. Okay, one set of while loop. Okay. Similar to the continue, we can also use the break statement. You can also break statement. Look at that. Let me just copy paste. Let me copy paste this, but here I'm going to put break. What does it mean? as soon as it sees a letter either E or A, the loop will be terminated. The loop will be terminated. So when I run, look at that. Because first letter is N, which is not belongs to the any one of the OR statement that you have at line number 23. And when it reaches when it reaches the next index, which is letter E, this condition gets satisfied. If it is satisfied, it will come to line number 25. And then it is when it's about to go to line number 27, you mentioned that with the break statement. So obviously the statement is going to end. That is, it is going to get break. So the loop will abruptly stops. Okay. And there is also a statement called pass. When you look at the class, you would have noticed that I use the statement called pass. Pass means continue to the next executable statement. So let me show you that as well. Okay. So let me put this and then let me add another thing. Now, same thing. My data is equal to networks academy and then x is equal to 0. Same thing. Again, I'm using a while statement. While x is greater than that of length of my data. Almost same thing. Okay. Just for your better viewing rate, I'm just typing it again freshly. Okay. Leave a space for the better visibility. And then enter x plus is equal to 1. You're incrementing x and then pass. Okay. So now after the pass, what you're going to do is that you're going to do the print statement. So print final data of x comma x. So when you run, look at that. X became 16. What does it? It actually adds the counter. So what happened pass is that it does nothing. It just continues the statement to the next executable. So it will come here first. X will become 1. It will go back. It will become 2. It will go back. It will become 3. Till it reaches here, it will become 16, and then the loop will stop because there is no more executable statement. So the while statement will get stop, and then when it comes back here, it returns the final value of the x, which is of letter 16, which is with respect to the scenario is concerned, it is not that practical, but still you need to know what the pass does. Pass is to make sure that it keeps the loops continuing to the next execute statement. That's what pass is all about. This is what while statement, guys. This is how you can execute a while statement, and there are a lot of ways to do it. Okay. So now after some time, right, or if you look at our previous videos, I would have included something inside a nested function. Okay, there as well, right? I have added this while statement, and also in multi-threading, I added a while statement. So while statement was part and parcel of some of the modules of our previous videos. If you want to have a look at that, please do look at that. Okay, we'll see in some other video, guys. Thank you.